Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated trading signal. As long as you are on the sim, we're not responsible for your trade. Neither we are your financial advisor. So whatever you do, it is on your own and at your own risk. We're not responsible for any of your trades. Right now, before I cover the auto trades, right now we just turned the signal from short to long on the Nasdaq. So we just got this market a little bit stabilized because the Nasdaq was on the short position and now it just fired the new long position. The Nasdaq is not working with the ES and the YM. So you gotta be careful how to approach the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq, there is a lot of resistance on the 13,599 and 13,604 and 13,610.50. There is a lot of resistance, which be careful for the Nasdaq traders. This is, I don't know if it's gonna be projected from the 598 or from the 605, but if you are trading the Nasdaq or you are auto trading the Nasdaq, you gotta be approaching the Nasdaq a little bit more careful. However, the ES is doing very well. Just fired a reversal signal. The target is on the ES. It just hit the 4,065. The entry price was at 4,065. I never thought I can see this number that soon. And the target is 40.74. It is an amazing market, and the target is right there. For the ones that just join us, this is where the entry price and the target and the auto trade will take the trade. On the left upper corner, this market analyzer is based on one contract. There is a 304 ticks into the profit based on one contract. And on the other side, it is the scalper. We don't use the blue chart. The blue chart is connected to the market analyzer. And the scalper, this one here is a scalper connected to this market analyzer. And this one here, we are using 15-second. And as you see here, this is automated scalper 15-second, and this is your 15-second. As we see on the ES, we have a very nice heavy support at 40.68.50, and we climb into the target 40.75. There is no problem with that one either. So this is the scalper, and on the blue chart, this is the 1 minute automated trade signal. However, what you see here on the right corner, this is a totally different automated trade. Has nothing to do with the signals. This is a totally different auto trade, and it's taking the DAX on 2 minutes and it's taking the ES on 1 minute. Those are totally independent auto trade, and we can cover that as well once we are done covering. So if you are approaching now, if we look at the Nasdaq, the scalper Nasdaq from the market analyzer on the right upper corner, the Nasdaq, we need to approach it a little bit careful, because if we look at this Nasdaq, there is a double resistance right there at 13,604, and that is going to cause this Nasdaq to go back to the support area at 584 area here, somewhere around there. And there we go. Look, now we have a sell to close position if you want to close position, or if you want to let the auto trade to run by itself, is very fine. On the TI7, we have also trade on the TI7. We don't have a place to put anything anymore, but I don't have any place to. So this is really important for this Nasdaq to cross the 603.75. And the ES, there is no problem. It's climbing to the target and you have your trailing stop is based on the fib lines. It's not just a dummy trailing stop. And if the market is really trending, the target is gonna expand itself. Okay, we just finished on that trade. The DAX closed at 27.27. This is something, 27.2778. So we are finished with the DAX, 2-minute DAX, and we will bring more charts later. Let's bring the ES. The YM 2 minutes, there is a 560. We got the message on that one. And this is the ES scalper. I'm not worried about the ES. I'm concerned about the Nasdaq mainly. On the scalper, that is based on one contract, that is 560. So you can see it on the Nasdaq here from the market analyzer. It is exactly the same amount because the market analyzer is based on one contract. And we have here 400 ticks into the profit on the 1 minute. Actually, we don't have that much on the 1 minute. It's only 360 ticks into the profit. So this is, if we are able to cross this double resistance on the Nasdaq, we are going to get right straight to the target. So, and then here is the things is with the scalper. If you catch the trend on the scalper, and you know what you're doing, of course it requires training to understand. This kind of auto trade, you should not be trading it all day long. It's not made to be traded all day long. It is for mornings. And once we catch a trade, this is it. Because once you catch a trend on this one here, most likely you can go from 500 to 1,000 on a trade. On this kind of auto trade, which majority have this kind of auto trade, we can bring some more charts if you want. We can do that. On this kind of auto trade, you set your daily target. We can take another from the TI7, and this is the TI7. You know, one thing, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant, the money, because, I mean, if the market moves, you're going to nail it. But what is the statement about this ES and the Nasdaq? And this is a statement. It is based on 1 minute. And when your auto trade works on 1 minute, then you can go to all those funny looking charts and hide behind a Renko bar or hide behind a range or you know, because those Renko bars, they are fake. And they are fake numbers. They are fake performance. Everything is about Renko is fake. Fake trend, profit factor. They're all fake on the Renko bar because Renko bars move. I don't care where this Renko bar coming from, because Renko bar, they don't reveal the true identity of the auto trade. The only things Ninja Trader it is in minutes. If you look at the bottom of the chart here, is in minutes. And that's why you don't find too many auto trades. They work on 1 minute. That's why they have to cover themselves and try to use one day 150 ticks, another day 5 range, another day 288 ticks, because there is no stability in the auto trade. They cannot perform on the minutes. Once the auto trade does not perform on the minutes, dump it. There is nothing to sit down and waste your time, because on Ninja Trader, the minutes reveal the true performance of any software, whether it is an indicator, whether it is an auto trade, whatever it is. By using Renko bar, you're hiding the lack of performance of that indicator or that auto trade. and there is nothing to discuss about it. And for the ones don't think that, well, try your luck, and you will find out the hard way that your money will melt like an ice cream when you are using a Renko bar and your performance based on a Renko bar. You will find out you're not getting anywhere in your life with your trading. And this is the only time you will get the message that you're not getting anywhere. I have not met anyone can make a living on a Renko bar. The only time you can use a Renko bar is when you want to reverse the market. Then it is the best things ever happen to the market, which we have covered, the reversal. And when you want to reverse, before the Renko bars, they've been around not that long. The Renko bars, they've been around 8 years, 9 years now. But before the Renko bars, we used to use the range bar to trade the reversal. So the Renko bars, they're just born yesterday, and they are the best things ever happen when you want to trade reversal, which we have revealed how you can trade reversal here on the YouTube in the public. We have revealed a lot of information how you can trade reversal, and the reversal, they are really can make more money using Renko bar in conjunction with reversal. But when you are trading Renko bar on an auto trade, which we have done that also on the YouTube, where we can show you performance on an auto trade, it's like it was over $100,000 in 1 month. But the same chart, when we switched it to 1 minute, show when you are in the hole $50,000. So it is misled for those naive amateur traders when somebody come and pull that trick on them and telling them here's a Renko bar with a performance 4.5, and there is a back testing on $200,000 every month and all this. This is just stunning, this poor naive trader out there, and his greed blind him to understand what is reality and what is not. There is no such a thing as a 4.5 and $100,000 performance on a couple $1,000 account. And on top of that, that guy probably he borrowed money to buy his license on Ninja Trader, and he want to finance the rest, and he's already in a hole. He don't have time to learn, and then what he does, he get himself in a bigger mess. And then he wants somebody to provide him money so he can trade. Well, if you are not a real trader, why anyone want to give you money? You know, if you don't understand the market, you know, they provide money to the trader. The ones can prove they are traders, not to just bull himself around and using a Renko bar and a couple $1,000 auto trade without any education and expecting people giving you money for trading. You are a daydreaming, and you are a daydreaming, and you are a daydreaming. And here is a message from the nicer version, Sam from England. He said, I'm not going to say who is it, but some vendors are also suggesting to use Super Renko 6 ticks. Yeah, right. Yeah. So this way you will be finish your money very soon, Sam. This is a nicer version, Sam. It's not me. It's a guy from England. So we have revealed that on the YouTube, and we are not going to go through that today. We are extremely busy. We still have one more trade on the ES. You see, this is what we were thinking about the NASDAQ. I said we have a lot of resistance line, and whoever, when we started the webinar today, you gotta be careful with the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is not working well with the ES and YM. And we said, okay, this one here is done, finished. And now this NASDAQ, I shouldn't do that. We just have a new signal on the scalper sell position. On the scalper, we had a sell position, and now we have an ES on a sell position. on the scalper. So that when it entered this market, we didn't know if it was going to project from that line or that line and this line, which it did on the double resistance at 610 level. So right now, if we look at this NASDAQ, it is really, anytime when you look at the chart, you pull up the 1 minute. And when you see there is a lot of resistance and a lot of support, stay away from that market. You cannot say, I only trade NASDAQ or I only trade ES. You cannot do that. You have to come in the morning and say, what is working today? That's what you need to do. As a trader, you don't say, I don't trade NASDAQ. We have some customers, they say, the ES is okay to trade, especially if you are new and you stay consistent on an ES. This is a brilliant idea. Why? Because the ES moves slow, and when the NASDAQ moves fast, extremely fast. So if you are a new trader and you don't understand what's going on, or you are a new on NinjaTrader, then it is a very wise decision to stick around on the ES, because the ES moves slow, and then your brain can respond with it before your brain and your hand become automatic to the chart. In other words, after many years, when we are talking on the phone or something, or we are busy with a client, when we see something, immediately our eyes can catch it and click on the mouse and get filled without even thinking about it. So before your brain be connected to your hand and to the chart, your eyes are connected to the chart, become an automatic, beside the auto trades. When you become automatic, the charts start talking to you and you look at it and you click without even thinking anymore. This is where you become very comfortable in the market. And this comes after many years, of course. It does not come overnight. So for the guy want to auto trade, or for the guy want to learn how to trade, because some people, they just want to auto trade, and very few people lately, they want to learn how to trade. It's like 25% they want to learn, and the other 75 they just want to auto trade, which I respect that, because now auto trades is the best thing. But the one thing is missing with the auto trading. When you purchase an auto trade, doesn't matter where is this auto trade coming from, you cannot just put it on an automatic and go on honeymooning. You have to understand. Let's say if we are auto trading right now, the NASDAQ, you're gonna get brutal with the NASDAQ on any kind of auto trade, not unless if you are using a very high time frame, because you're gonna dive into chop market on the NASDAQ. So by auto trading the NASDAQ today, if we are looking at it, or you are a manual trading the NASDAQ, it's the same problem. Does not mean a guy is auto trading. Those lines, they don't mean anything to him. It's the opposite. So when you are auto trading, you have to understand what's going on, and you have to understand the volatility in the market, and how we wanted to approach this market and to be as safe as it could be. As an example, when the NASDAQ fired the short trade on the NASDAQ at 587.25, and I know this is a very high risk trade, and the auto trade took that trade immediately. What I can do, break even manually and override the auto trade. At least now I have it secured that if, because the NASDAQ moves fast, and if this market moved fast and my eyes was distracted on another chart, at least I don't get beaten with that. And then if the market keep going, the auto trade can extend the target for you if there is movement. As we see here, once we break even, when the When the fib lines come in where you have broke even, they will readjust it for you automatically. So the only thing what you really need to do to cover yourself, not to get in a mess. As an example here on this NASDAQ, there is 1, 2, and a double support area on 561 level. And the target, the auto trade has every entry, the auto trade calculate the target, the fib, everything. It's not like this kind of auto trade. 90% of people that use this kind of auto trade, you see how fast it is? You see how fast it is? Most 90% of people that use this kind of auto trade, where you set your target 125 ticks, 23 ticks, 25 ticks, stop loss, daily target, and then this kind of auto trade is a little bit different, and this one requires training. You cannot just put it and run to the kitchen window, look at the sky, and expect dollars to fall from the trees. On this kind of auto trades, in conjunction with a human knowledge, this is much better deal for you to auto trade in conjunction with the auto trade. A human and an automatic trading. Let the automated trade do the calculation for you. Let the auto trade take the entry, set up the target for you, set up the trailing stop for you, put the stop loss on a fib line. The auto trade will do that for you, and then you can manage it. As an example here, we have a sell entry right here at 587. Right below, this is a very important, this is where a trader need to filter those trades. Right below, there is a support area at 584. A second ago, it was a double support area. What does that mean? That means that entry is not going to go through, because the entry calculation, it is a few ticks above the support area, and most likely is going to go ahead and bounce back. And you immediately, once you start doing the proper training, you immediately start figuring out which trades are going to go through immediately and which trades are going to be having a problem with. And this is one kind of auto trade. You cannot expect everyone do this kind of auto trade. So the other alternative is to use that kind of auto trade. So it depends on the trader, not depends on, it's like, you don't, you don't say just, it's not a meat market. You say, give me the freshest meat you have. I mean, you have to find out which direction you want to take. If you want to learn or you want to auto trade only. If you want to auto trade only, also this is another alternative you can do. You can learn both and you can see which direction you want to take. You want to get involved or you don't want to get involved. We have people that want to get involved in the trade, and some people they don't want to get involved in the trade. So those direction a trader should have his knowledge. There is another alternative where you can, for a guy cannot read the volatility. You see a lot of 444 here. The reason we do that, because we separate the trailing stop from the stop loss, so once the trade takes those trade, it's gonna all close. But what we do, we separate it. You can separate the stop loss, the trailing stop, and the break even, and that's what we have done. We separate it for many reasons. I'm not gonna share this information on the YouTube for my competitors to learn some new tricks. I'm not gonna do that. If we look at the 12 range or 11 range, this kind of auto trade, keep trading, and you don't have to do that much. When you are using a higher time frame, 11 or 12 range, you are avoiding all the volatility in the market, and it's just to stay consistent on the direction of the market until you hit your daily target. As we see right now, you hit your daily target. When the market is sideways, you're going to get a few losing trades. Once this market trending, you're going to cover everything, hit your daily target, and go home. So there is many ways on the TI7. There is 10 different entries, 10 different filters, and you can go and switch it, approach any market you want, whether it's a DAX, CL, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, because every instruments require different type of an entry. You cannot in 2021 come with one ATR entry on an auto trade and you think you're going to bang on the market with the ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, DAX. You cannot do that. Those days, yes, from the early 90s, yes, but it's no longer 20 years old indicator is going to do the trick anymore. So right now in 2021, the math, the algorithm, the auto trading has become so much advanced that you can come and wave this market with an ATR moving average. What is an ATR? Is a moving average plus, above, or minus? What is a ATR? You cannot come and bang on this market with a moving average auto trade, and you think you're gonna pull your way around when somebody on the other side is using a very advanced automated trade and very smart automated trade with a lot of math in it. I mean, don't have to be complicated to the trader. No, it has to be simple for the trader, but be inside, under the hood. It should be very advanced trading and algorithm and math, where, because you are competing with a lot of professionals out there, you're not just competing with a guy, he just bought an auto trade and he have a couple $1,000. You have some traders, they've been around for many years and they have this market to the teeth. So you cannot come and wave your ATR in this market and you think you're gonna whack a guy. He busted his eyes for many years, well trained, well organized, have the very advanced automated trade with education, and you think you're gonna come in with an ATR auto trade and you think you're gonna whack him. Think again. It's like you're sitting on a red light with a Pinto, you want to smoke out a Ferrari. Good luck with that. So again, what I'm trying to say, guys, an auto trade is not an auto trade. It depends on the auto trade, how to maintain the auto trade, how to update the auto trade. We are constantly on the TI7. Now we have a new version, has to be released on Monday. Practically our auto trades, within a month, every month, we release couple of 3 times a new version. And the things is with auto trade, if you don't constantly updating your auto trade and your template, especially your template, you cannot use a template 3 months old and you think you're still gonna beat the market with it. Because now if we look at the ES, now we are talking about 4,074, and probably when you optimize your auto trade 3 months ago, your ES was on a 3,000 range, and now we are on a 4,000 range. So your template is out of date. You know, when your ES crossed the 200 moving day average, now it is a completely different animal. When your ES below the 50 days moving average, it's totally different animal. So one thing it is, when we're talking about mechanical, any kind of mechanical, whether it's an airplane or a car or an auto trade, it is a mechanical automated. When it is a mechanical automated, you need to maintain it, polish it, fix it, and get it ready for Monday. It does not mean we have to spend the whole weekend sitting and optimizing. No. Any auto trade, you take it and you understand how the fundamental, how the engine works on that auto trade. What it does require a little 5-10 minutes on the weekend, shine it, test it. If it's 11 range or 12 range, you don't have to do the replay. There is a different way, but I'm not going to do it on a YouTube. That's only for our members. On Monday, we can provide that information, and we have provided those information. So It takes you 5 minutes to maintain your template on the weekend. You test it, you get it ready. It takes no longer than 5 minutes. Any guy can do that. Even he is not experienced trader can do that, can maintain an auto trade. And then you get it ready for Monday. Because let's say today there is an 11 range here and a 12 range here, okay? It could be next week the 11 range works better than 12 range, and the 12 range works better than the 11. And there is a simple test. You can do that over the weekend. And and it is done. So today, what is moving this market is the ES, not the Nasdaq. If we look at this Nasdaq, it is one big mess. It's going back and forth. And if you are making a bet on the Nasdaq today with the auto trading, whether you are auto trading or manually trading, this is a very clear message to those naive trader or the beginners or the amateur trader. Whether you are auto trading or you are a manual trading, it's not going to change the fact that Nasdaq have a resistance line at 13,604.25. So by saying, this is not my headache, I'm auto trading, yes, it is your headache, because if you are not understand those level when you are auto trading, and let's say you have $5,000, $5,000 means you have only 10 losing days, because you cannot go lower than $500 a day. If you do it on 300, you have to go on a micro account. If you are on a $500 trading in Nasdaq a day plus minus, that means you have 10 losing days, and then you're out of the game, and you're going to end up in some kind of forum, how smart you are, but the luck was not with you. And it was everybody's problem except you. Yeah. So before you end up out of the game completely, think again. If you have $5,000, you need to avoid one losing trade at least a day. Avoiding one losing trade a day, that's $250, $200, that's $50,000 a year. So try to calculate it if you don't know how to add up. On a $5,000, how are you going to lose $50,000 a year? So folks, snap out of those commercials you've seen everywhere, and they are selling you daydreaming Renko with a performance 100,000, and get down to reality, because this is reality. You know, your $5,000 is 10 days reality, losing days. That is reality, you know. And all those guys you see, they tell you, you buy their books or their CDs, and they show you how they made 100,000. Really? Did they really made 100,000? Did they really do? If they did, boy, they can use a new set of teeth. I guarantee you that, or a new set of clothes. So, especially you see in a lot of commercial on the stock. You know, we have a portfolio on the stock. With the stocks, first of all, the option is no longer profitable. Very rare now. Before not many years, 3-4 years ago, option stocks they were very good. But right now is a struggling market, the option, for many reasons. I don't want to get into it. I'm not your financial advisor, and I don't want to put a mark, but it is obvious for the one knows what's going on. The stocks, the option has been not really performing well, especially for a normal guy. And if you want to trade the stock, if you don't have a $250,000, you cannot come in with $5,000 on a stock and you know, hit the jackpot and make $50,000 a month. I don't care how voodoo you are, magic voodoo. You cannot do that. It's impossible, you know. So the future trading, it is very good if you know how to play the game on the future. Yes, but to be naive in the future, most likely. You will be out of the game. And if you think And this is a clear message to every amateur trader out there. If you think you're going to buy an auto trade and you think you can bull yourself around it, and you think before you start borrowing money from the family and borrowing money to finance the system and borrow money to put money in your account with Ninja and blow up all your family funds, before you do all this, you should not be trading in the market for money you don't have or you cannot afford to lose. And on top of that, those guys, when they want to borrow money, they want to borrow to buy the Ninja Trader. They want to borrow to purchase a software or an auto trade. They want to borrow everything. They don't have time to learn. And that's what we have seen for the last 12 years. They do not have time to learn. They want to buy the auto trade on Sunday and they want to go live trade on Monday. And guess what? And they are desperately want to make money. They think here is just a buffet table, all the ticks you can eat for $9.95. And that is not true. If you are not well educated, even when you have an auto trade, you're not going to get anywhere in this market. Take your time, learn on a sim before you borrow money, before you start wasting money. Learn, get your both feet on the ground. Find any system you like out there. Any system you like out there. And then invest in your tools. Then go ahead and open a live account. First, like any soldier, get your shoes on, get well trained, and then go ahead and face your enemy. The guy is sitting, putting his account on the table, and you are playing against him every day. Then you are a ready soldier. But don't jump into live trade and you hardly know how to use Ninja Trader. Don't jump on a live trade and you don't know how your auto trade function. Any auto trade, doesn't matter. If you don't understand how this auto trade function on minutes, how this auto trade function when the market there is volatility, how this automated trade function when you have a bunch of crap like here on the NASDAQ, you have a huge support, a huge resistance. If we look at the NASDAQ, you have 4-line support, 20-line resistance, and the market is jammed in here. This is where you're going to lose your 5,000. This is where you're going to lose your 10,000. This is where you're going to lose your 20,000. You take a guy who has $1,000 and he can read that chart, he have better chance to survive than this guy have a $20,000 and he cannot read this chart and he's saying my auto trade did not make money today. Why? I don't know. Didn't make money. Why? Where is the numbers? I don't know. I didn't look at the numbers. Was the NASDAQ plus or minus? I don't know. What number your auto trade take? I don't know. Then what you are doing in the market if you don't know? All those I don't blame the normal guy. I blame those commercial. They keep selling dreams and they forget to tell the trader you have to learn. They forget to tell the trader you have to go and dive into big pile of mud before you start seeing dollar coming to your direction. They forget all this. And this is what we constantly are trying to reject people coming in and they want us to meet those dreams they have seen on the commercial. We actually recommend them to stay with them. We don't want them. So as we see here on this NASDAQ, even if you have an auto trade under your sleeve and making a $500, $1,000 is irrelevant. This is not consistent here. Even if you're auto trade, you probably auto trading right now and you say what this guy is talking about. My auto trade is already $500 plus. Yes, it is. And my auto trade, it is $500 plus. But this is after the fact. This is where it is very dangerous game you are playing in here. So it's not because your auto trade took a nice shot today and made 500 on that trade that means you are out of the wood. What we need to learn in this auto trading systems that you need to be consistent. Now you hit the jackpot on this trade and you made money on this trade, But tomorrow, this one here, the same trade, you might lose $1,000 in there, and this is not funny when you're going live. So today you just shoot one and you hit it. What about tomorrow? So this $400 here you made on this NASDAQ, it is an extreme high risk trading, where on the ES today, on the ES, there is much less risk today because the ES is moving. And this is where we need to choose our battle before we come in. And when we look at the chart and we see there is a bunch of resistance and support and the market got stuck on those channels, stay away from it. You don't need to trade. Wait 5 minutes. Wait 10 minutes. Make sure the market analyzer on the 1 minute going in one direction. Make sure the 30-year treasury bond is not on the same direction as an ES like now. If we look at the 30-year treasury bond is on the same direction on the ES, that means there is one of them is wrong. Which one is wrong? We know how to do that. We can open a chart 15 minutes and 30 minutes and I can see it. And we have charts 240 minutes and I can see which one is right and which one is wrong. I can pinpoint what exactly the ES is doing. But for this guy is auto trading, if we look here, you're not looking at this market and there is a support area. You had $500 and now your $500 is melting right in front of you. So this is where we need to understand where this market is taking us and what need to be traded today. Today was so obvious the ES was the winner. And you can see it from the chart. If we look at this ES 1 minute, it's very obvious. If we look how this market is trending, and we can see where is this midline landing, and you can see the bars are far from this line. The farther the bar is, the stronger the trend is. As we see here, we come in and we hold on the 4073, and the market stalled to the floor and fibs, and now is sitting right there, and it is the end of the line, or it could be hidden to this target. But as you see this curve, when it came in, it was very far from this line. And when it gets to the projection at 4073.50, the market start trend exhausting here. And it does not need a brainer to see that when we are auto trading. This is where you say, I need to bail out or I need to increase my profit. I think it is the end of the line of that trend. Now, if we look at this NASDAQ today, and that it required just a couple minutes. I'm not asking for you to sit in a room paying someone money and wasting money, because you need to develop your own trading. And if we look at this NASDAQ, you can see is a wishy-washy left and right, up and down, and it is, look at this, there is no trend. It's going up and then pulling back. And then one thing, you can see the bars are very big. The bars are from 13,599 all the way down to the 13,578. So this is really huge bars. Look at those bars. They will kill you, those big bars. They will kill you, kill your account if you don't know what you're doing. And if you... And you will say, that's why I want to go to Renko bar. That's not true, because on the Renko bar, you're going to get those pullback. One of the things on the pullback, you're not looking at the wicks on the Renko bar. Everybody say, hope to die, cross my heart, my Renko bar does not move. All of them, they're full of it. We have a Renko bar, and it does move like any other Renko bar. We have Renko bar, and it does move like anything else, any other Renko, and that's a bunch of bull. When you are using a Renko bar, I will try to open the chart. If you don't have a trained eye, if you look at the, because what they are showing you on the Renko bar, they are showing you a very clean cut, but the differential on the ticks, you need to look at the wick of that bar on the Renko bar. And some of the wicks on those bars, there are 15 ticks and 20 ticks. That will kill your auto trade. So it looks good, but for the guy has a trained eye on a Renko bar, all of them, including our Renko bar, no exception, they're full of it. There is no Renko bar does not move. There is no Renko bar has to find the differential on the ticks, has to be landed somewhere. You cannot hide the differential on the ticks. And so if we look at the wicks on any Renko bar, including ours, I will open one Renko bar and I will show you. You will find out the place where is hidden on the Renko bar. And this is what really kills you. Let me look, take a Renko bar. Yes, the Renko bar, it is for a guy that don't have an auto trade works. Then he put it on a Renko bar to sell it. Okay, I can understand his point. But and until now, our Renko bar, some of the Renko bars are nicer looking, but I don't know, but then you don't see let me fix this one. And no matter what we talk about, sometimes when we log into our people, also we find them using a Renko bar. You know, let me show you. Take any Renko bar you have, whether you are our customer or somebody else Renko bar, I don't care. We have to tell the truth to those guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm referring about. The guy who don't have a trained eye, he don't see this. He see nice, looking nice, profit factor, $1 million. Yeah. If we look at this tail here, this is the differential between ticks. To make it nice, good looking, you're not looking at the wigs. So the wig here on this one here is from 4065 all the way to the 4063. 2 points on your ES. Good luck with that. And especially to get this guy more blind in the market, he goes like this. Now it's sharp. Oh man, look at this. Profit factor 100,000. And now he is more disaster trader. He is in more dark room. And this is a nightmare because your tells, now it is when you are auto trading from 4067, any Renko bar, gentlemen, any Renko bar, including ours. This one here is from 4061 to 405875. What is your stop loss on your auto trade, my friend? On this one here from 406475 all the way to the 46650. What happened to this? Look at this one here. The tail on this one here is 405850 all the way down to the 405625. Yeah, it's nice. But is it really nice? So this is You've been fooled when somebody, do not buy our auto trade, but don't buy an auto trade based on rank bar, because you're going to be wasting your money. Because you've been fooled by the rank bar. If you go a couple of 3 videos back, we did this on the YouTube, and we have showed the rank bar was in the profit over 100,000, profit factor 99.9%. The same chart, we put it on 1 minute, it was in the whole $50,000. So go back to those videos, you will find out the reality. And what I'm saying this, I'm not trying to attack anyone. I'm trying to attack my own rank bar. But it is time for you to understand the difference when you're trying to find an auto trade. And if it is based on a rank bar, is it based on a just moving average, you're not going to do it. Might as well go ahead and take a manual trade. You don't need an auto trade. Because you cannot come wave this market with a Renko bars and a moving average ATR, and you're going to yank this market left and right. The only things is going to be yanked is your account. So this is very important. And then when you look at the Renko bar at the bottom, not the profit factor on the top, which always has been hidden, the bottom, it says the recovery is 25 days. So what is the recovery 25 days? This means you have to work, you have to trade for 25 days without any losing trade. I don't remember any week I have not lost money. And in average, even after 29 years, you always have 1 day a week. It's not going to work for you. And the guys sometimes on the phone, really? You still have what an idiot. You still have a losing day a week? Yeah, I do have a losing. And this guy thinking, oh God, what an idiot. After 29 years, he still have a losing. No, I'm not an idiot, but I'm not a dreamer. You are the dreamer one, thinking that you can trade 5 days a week without losing any days. You are the one is a dreamer, and you are the one not thinking right. And you can maintain the other 4 days. You are one of the top traders, my friend. So you always have to, not what we want to make every day, is how we going to survive today with that red PNL. I don't care if this auto trade make 1,400. I don't care if this auto trade made $14 today. It's irrelevant. As long as we don't go in red and we survive that day, now we are talking. This is another example. An auto trade on the NASDAQ took a trade, and now we can see the NASDAQ today. It is a big mess. It's a matter of time before it gets rejected from here or here, one of them. So what I needed to do, immediately cover myself, and when those fib lines come into me, I can go ahead and manage it, and they move it out for. If you are trading this kind for the NASDAQ, I want to just stay on the NASDAQ, because today the NASDAQ, there is a lot of volatility on the NASDAQ, and this is a total different type of an auto trade. And I want to show you something. You should not just look at some guy at night come like a Dracula and tell you, here's a chart made 1,000 and here's a chart made 2,000. If that's true, why don't you come live and show this auto trade live in front of everyone? If we look at this NASDAQ here, and this is a 3 minutes, is a mid-side. And if we look, because this chop today on the NASDAQ, and you have to understand the difference. As you see, when the market here was one line, your auto trade was brutal by losing trades. When the market start trending, the auto trade start making money. And this is where is a nightmare for a guy is not calculating, is sitting in his car daydreaming or selling hamburgers and daydreaming. He will buy an auto trade. The 2,000 will be 4,000, and the 4,000 will be 8,000, and then on and on. Then the second day he comes selling hamburgers. Now he's at 8,000, and now the 8,000 is 16,000. But in the reality, it's not this way, because As you see here, there were a small trade. When the market goes sideways, he got brutal with his account. He has some losses, and then when the market start trending, he start making money. And this has nothing to do with an auto trade. It depends how you manage the auto trade. So this is something, if you are not able to handle, I strongly advise go to Las Vegas. At least you will have a free drink. Put your money there. Auto trade, no auto trade. Ninja trader or no ninja trader. Put all your money in Las Vegas. You either come back broke or you come back rich. At least you get a free drink. Here you are, you're gonna be clean, cut, and dry, and nobody cares how smart we are or how good we are. Nobody cares. You're just a number at your broker, and you just screwed up and lost your money. Live with it. Grow up. So this is it. So that's reality, guys. Guys, I'm gonna be taking 5 minutes of break, and we will continue after 5 minutes. Thank you. If you notice, we broke even on the Nasdaq because it was a high risk trade. And now the Nasdaq able to break those area. And as you see, if you go back to the video a couple of 3 minutes ago, we move it manually to break even because it was a dangerous trade, and it's still dangerous trade. Despite the $1,000 profit, it is a trade because it's a very unstable moving market right now. And if you notice, when we broke even on the trailing stop, and now what happened, the auto trade, it readjusts itself to the fib line, and now we're probably gonna climb. So when you are doing this, and like this kind of auto trade, this one kind of auto trade, this is another kind of auto trade. On this one here, on this auto trade here on the left corner, you work all day long to hit the 1,000. On this kind of trades, and then you call it off because you succeeded with one entry, and that's all what we need. So now if we look at this Nasdaq, it's pulling back to the 609.50. If you want to protect your profit, you put it right under the fib line. You can override the auto trade. On this kind of trade in here, you cannot do that. You just let it be. You can direct the auto trade from the top. You can say long only, short only, close position. You can do that from the top. But on this kind of auto trade, This one here, you can combine a human with an auto trade. On this one here, you can let it be as is. And if the market is moving, the market is moving. If the market is not moving, welcome to trading. So there is two options. You can do either the signal or you can do this kind of auto trade. And whatever ticks you, you can do that. The things is the privilege about the TI7, this one here. There is a 10 different entries, 10 different filters. You can cut it the way you want it. You want it aggressive. You want it conservative. Yeah, and this one, 1 minute. If you want it to be medium, you can use 3 minutes. If you want to use conservative, you can put a couple filters and you put it on a 5 minutes so you don't have to have too many trades. Why? Because then you can avoid the chops in the market. When you avoid the chops in the market, you're going to be missing some of the trades. And that it is important how you want to cut in to the market and how you want to set your rules in the market. You want to dive into the chop market when you are auto trading. You want it to be a medium size risk, or you want to be a high risk trader or a low risk trader. Does not mean an auto trade is an auto trade. How much money you have, how much knowledge you have, and then you decide if I want to go on a high risk trade, low risk trade, use a higher time frame, use a lower time frame with filter. All those is up to the trader, the amount of money, knowledge, and so, guys, please be educated. Please be educated before you start respond to your daydreams. Be educated. You can get educated without costing you any money. You can do that. Once you get educated, you find any system out there you like. Buy it. Before you put money in your account, put your both of feet on the ground and then open the live trading. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, any system you like out there, invest in the tools. Invest in your education. And then ask how I can go live. But don't go borrow money and borrow a license and borrow money to buy a product, and you are everywhere, you have no education, and you're hoping also to have somebody give you money to trade for him. Why? You're not educated. Why he want to give you money? Any firm want to give you money, they want to see consistency in that trader. And when you don't have consistency, why? Just because you have an auto trade? Anyone has an auto trade. If everyone have an auto trade, and the auto trades do not lose money and they don't get into the volatility, then everyone will go in and we drive the economy on auto trade. Why not? We don't have to go to work. We don't have to sell hamburgers or pizza. We just auto trade for a couple $1,000 and everything rules. I mean, what you have really discovered. Or this guy is telling you he'll show you the way to make 100,000 if you buy his CDs. Really? I mean, this is really, it's so sad. I get so sad when I see grown man can be fooled by a Renko bar or an ATR or some cute guy on the net or on somewhere promising this guy heaven, and he's probably not even, probably he drink vodka in the afternoon. God, I don't know what he's doing. So, because he's so depressed, he drank vodka in the afternoon. So, you know, guys, just rely on yourself. Be educated before you come into the market. That's all what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to buy my system. I'm asking you, buy whatever system you like. Learn, then go live. Please, please, for your own safety. Brush me off as much as you want. At the end, you're going to be losing money. For the last 15 years, it never failed. A guy does not learn will not make money in this market. We have tried, we have trained thousands of people we have trained. And guess what? They still in a denial. Ninja Trader was not good for them. Another guy, he said every time he's taking a trade, Ninja Trader is taking the market in a different direction. And he want to make claims on it. And I said, why Ninja Trader want to take a wrong direction on an ES? Because he took a trade. So they still in a denial. They still think somebody has screwed them up and they didn't make money. Is it a lousy auto trade, lousy Ninja Trader, lousy everything? But the only thing is not lousy is him. For the last 15 years, being in the public, we did not have success with thousands of people. No, that's crap. The most noises came in from those guys have $2,000. They want to bang on the market and they have no education. All the noises coming from this 15%. And that's why when we immediately reject those people. We don't want them. Whether they have money or not. We have rejected a lot of people last month. We refunded the money. We don't want them. When they purchase, we talk to them before we do any installation. And I say, no. Here's your money back. Get out of my life. Before we do any installation, we refund it. We don't want them. Because that guy is a nightmare to have him on our group. Because this guy, when I purchased the auto trade on Sunday, he's going to come on Monday morning. Where is the money? I don't know where is the money. Where is your head? Before you start asking where is the money. So we will not accept a guy borrow money to finance a software. We will not accept a guy. He want to double up his money every week. We don't have that kind of auto trade. There is plenty of them on the YouTube. Go knock the hell out of them. Leave us alone. So let them make this. What we do, we send to our competitors, those guys. Let those competitors have him. I don't want to have him. Let him deal with him when he wakes him up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He don't know how to change an indicator. Let him have it. I don't want this customer. So this is a serious matter with the trading. It's about money. And if you're not willing to put some time in it, don't get involved in it. Leave it alone. Please leave it alone and leave us alone with it. Well, we're going to stay here. It's 11:04. There is not much to do. Actually, the market is finished. It's done. But we're going to stay a little bit longer. And maybe we can catch a trend. The market on the NASDAQ, there is no trade. The ES, if we look at the ES a few minutes ago, the market trending. That's what we said 15 minutes ago. If we look at this picture right now, the market starts sinking in and the trend exhausting starts sinking in. So whoever took that trade from here to here, like our auto trades, made money. For the guys, listen to this. For this guy, keep auto trading, whether this auto trade from us or somebody else, doesn't matter. From this area, 1031, until now, nobody has made money. No manual trade, no auto trade, nothing in this market to be making money from. You cannot get hair out of a bull-headed man, and there is nothing here to do. Once the market spikes once a day, and the market gave you very nice slice today, over a couple of $3,000, and it is finished, it's done. And now what you see, who's trading in this market, just a bunch of losers or auto traders, have no clue what's going on. The market is start getting resistant, overwhelming at 4073.50, and there is no way this market gonna go below the 406,850. The market got stuck in the channel, and the only ones left in this market is a bunch of losers, whether you are a manual trading or an auto trading. Now, if we want to take this chart to the 15 minutes, to the institutionals, to the 30 minutes, that is a different story. But when we are talking about a guy with a few $1,000s on his back, even $50,000 is nothing. In the future, trading 50,000 is nothing. So, from a small guy using minutes or Renko bar or range bar with $50,000 account, if you wanted to go and look at the institutional charts, then you need to start looking at 15 minutes and 30 minutes and combine those charts, and then you go on the details on the 5 minutes to pinpoint where you can grab a little bit more out of that market. So it's irrelevant what you are doing to this ES. The party is over, it's 11:07. After 12 o'clock, maybe after 20 minutes, this market maybe gonna go ahead and start picking up again. Either, if we want to go short on the ES, it has to go below that number here. You see this one here? This is a very math number. This is a very, and this one here, we use it on the TI7 filter. And this one is a very clever number. Anything above the 4066 is a long, anything below that number is a short. And this is calculated not by eyeballing an indicator or a Renko bar. This one here is telling you anything above 4066 is long, and anything below that number is short. So when we are looking at this one here, I don't see any hope for long. Followed by a projection at 4073, resistant at 4074.75. There is a trend exhausting, and it doesn't appear to able to break that. If we look at this trend coming to this, and it just hit here from 10 o'clock, and from 10 o'clock until now, we still on the same levels, back and forth like a tango dance, but we are still on the same level, 4073.75. There is no way we're gonna go below at the moment, below the 4068. There is no way. There is a heavy support area, 466, 4066.75, 4067, 4067.50, 4068. This is not a piece of cake to break, not unless if there is some kind of breaking news. Yes, but this is not a piece of cake, require a lot of sales position to break all those walls before we start gonna go short at 4066. If we look when the market start, the trend exhaustion start kicking in around 10 o'clock, the market sink into this bar here, there is nothing to trade. So whether you are auto trading or banana trading or a manual trading is irrelevant. No matter how much you scratch your head, this market is not going to give you a penny. Only it's going to give us one big banana in our hand. And that's it. And welcome to trading. That's reality. So there we go. So this is what we have on the ES. The ES finished, and now we are looking to see. Normally, guys, do not cut off hopes. And that's why when you are a trader, you should understand what could be done. Normally, I have not looked at the chart at the CL yet. I want to make a bet with you. Let me tell you why. And now let's get into the big pile of mud in here. Because those guys, they've been around. They know the trick. You don't know the trick. When there is a volatility, or when there is an ES and NASDAQ, remember that. whether you are using our software or anybody else's software, is those older guys, they know better. They refuge to the CL. Every time you see there is no trade on the ES and NASDAQ, you will find the CL is running. Why? Because you are sitting auto trading here, banging your head, losing money. You are not reading the chart, where the other guy is sneaking right behind your back, and probably he's auto trading the CL and he's making money. You cannot read it. He knows how to turn around the market when there is a volatility and auto trade the CL or manual trade the CL. Every time you see there is a volatility on the ES and NASDAQ, look on the CL, you will find the CL is trending. Every time. Because those guys, they know how to turn around behind the market and still can earn their bread. You are the only one banging your head to the wall, and you want to go through the ES and you want to make money, and there is no money to be made on the ES. A lack of education, a lack of knowledge, a lack of knowing what's going on in the market. You just want to make money, but you don't know how to make money. Where the other guy has been around for many years, he knows not to sit down and dance with a gorilla here. He's going to lose. He turn around and trade the CL while you're sitting banging your head on the ES and you're not going anywhere. So this is the difference between one guy is auto trading, another guy is auto trading. One guy has an educational, one guy has nothing. He just want to make money. So guys, I'm really got tired today. I'm gonna leave it as is, and we hope we can find one more trade. Here is your NASDAQ. Again, let me show you. The system is estimated. Look where is all those resistance, and look where is this auto trade is taking it, and most likely it's not. This is the second round for $1,000. This is the second round for $1,000. And when I'm looking at this market here on the blue chart, most likely I'm not able to close that position. If I cannot see that, the market is gonna go back to the fib line at 13,624, and you're gonna cut off your profit in half, closing on $500. But I can see here there is a problem in heaven here, and we are coming to more problems at 650. So what we are going to do here on this case is, what you need to do, increase your profit, protect your profit, don't over close it. And if you notice, the auto trade has increased the target. If the market is moving, thank you, Todd. You know, to our members, we have a gentleman. I mean, he's not my favorite customer. He's a new customer, but I love his car. I mean, I have a lot of respect for a guy driving a car like this, but I'm saying he's not my favorite. No, but I love this car, and actually my wife won't let me buy one, but I love this guy's car. And to all our members, when we stop in New York, we need to test drive that car. So, and if you don't let us test the drive, we can revoke his license. No big deal. So any of our members, when you come to New York, ask for this guy. We tell you all about it, but not in the public. And you ask for a test drive this car. Picking on you. Okay, guys. So, no, yeah, we will do that. But I love his car. Very nice car. So, guys, I'm gonna look. If we look at this chart here, you man, don't get it wrong. We said you're not. If we look at this Nasdaq, you can see there is now we are landing to the 13609, and it is a re-entry point right there. So as you see here, from $1,000 to 375. So this is the different. Even if two guys are auto trading, does not mean both of them they will be making the same amount of money. Now, if this market we're running out of auto trades to take a trades on this one here, where is the entry? The re-entry price we tell you before it happened is 13,60975. This is the re-entry point right there. Where a guy is trying to take a short in here, if you are a light-handed, you can take a short because there is a reversal. We have an auto trade for reversal, but this is a reversal, and the market is sinking, and you can scalp it and then switch position at 13,611, and this is the re-entry right here on the Nasdaq. So why all those amateur traders are going short, you will be sitting here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. When everyone going short using an ATR or a MACD, you will be sitting here ducking on limited to price 13. Todd, we have some people, they start signing up for a free ride in your car. So we all go in the same time, and each one of us will drive 10 minutes. Then we gathered everyone. So on this one here, 13,612.50. This is the well, he reject us. Then what we do, we don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. We quit giving him support until he give us a ride. Don't worry. We're gonna pick on him. Just joking, man. Enjoy life. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay quiet a little bit, and please be careful with your trade. Thank you. I had the microphone off. This guy yesterday made 985 and forgot the CL, forgot to turn it off, and today made 11,000 on the CL. This is very good. One of our traders did this. But we had guy a couple of 3 years ago. He's new on NinjaTrader. He auto traded the CL and he made $700 something on the CL, and then he closed NinjaTrader. He went out with his wife, celebrate on his first trade. I don't know the details after they went out and eat, but in the morning when he got up, he found out he was $2,500 in the hole, because he thought when he closed NinjaTrader, that means all the trades are off. And with NinjaTrader, if you don't flat out all your trades, if your auto trade is taking a trade or is in a trade like now, like this one here, and if you close NinjaTrader, you still have this at your broker. So this guy in the morning, he did not know that he need to flat out his auto trade before he closed NinjaTrader. And then in the morning, he was in the hole 2,500. So this gentleman, now this message, I hide his name for privacy, it turned out to his luck and made $11,000 on the CL. But also it could be the other way around. So please be careful when you are auto trading, or try to, and this is a very good point, thank you for reminding me. Doesn't matter what system you are using, you have to flatten out all your trades before you close NinjaTrader. We have had 3-4 weeks ago a guy from different planet, not from here. He's looking for an auto trade to take the trades for him, and at the end of the day, he's not looking for any auto trade. He's looking for an auto trade. He can time the auto trade around 3:30 in the afternoon, close all the position, and move the money for him from NinjaTrader broker to his account. And I told him we don't have such an auto trade, but he's only insisting on an auto trade at 3:30, close all the position and automatically move the money to the bank for him, because it is too much work for him. So and we didn't have anything for him. And remember, the auto trades does not move money for you at the end of the day. And if you don't close or flatten out all your position, if you have an auto trade taking a trade and you close NinjaTrader, you don't flat out anything, those orders are still at your broker. Now we have another guy from overseas. He was live auto trading. I mean, God, for the last 10-15 years, we have had nightmares. I swear to God, I can write a book. One day, I want to write a book. I want to write a book about experience. It's not the experience with the auto trading. It's the experience with really some people are totally off of it. We had a guy a few years ago. He was live trading on an auto trade like this one here. And you think you cover everything. And then we cover this on the YouTube. You say short only, long only, close position. And then I don't know what he got on his mind. He wanted to leave the house. So what he did, you can post the auto trade, so will not take any trades. So this guy, while he is in a trade, he did like this. So when you do that, does not mean your broker is gonna hold 4073 or 4074 for you till you get back. I don't care if you put it on pause or not. Your auto trade is still function on Lois said you need to write a book and name it Banana Traders. Yes, you got that. It's a good idea. Thank you, Lois. And then we can borrow Todd car to market that book, banana trading on his car, and then we put 1-800 number to order the book. That will be perfect. So that guy calling us how lousy we are with our auto trade because he put it on pause here on post, and the auto trade kept trading, and I tried to let this guy explain to him that when you are at your broker and your auto trade is trading and already got filled, pushing that button is not gonna make it different. It's just nice red color. And now this auto trade is taking a trade, and I'm leaving the house on an emergency. I can put the pause in here, and then this means the auto trade is not gonna generate any new trades. But when you are in the trade, and that guy, we had a big fight with him, why the auto trade did not hold those positions for him. And I kept explaining, and he said, but when you push this one here, your broker should know that you have your auto trade on pause. I said, you know what? Call Ninja Trader and tell him that. I don't want to get involved in it. I got bored with him. I hang up. So please do not do this. I mean, we have had nightmares sometimes, and those guys, they forget to say their parts, what they have done. So when you are using that button, and if there is no trade, the auto trade is not going to be taken. Or if you think the market is finished to the downside, you only want to take a long trade, you can activate it when it's not trading to go to the long position only. Or if you wanted to go like what we have showed you on the ES, the trend exhaustion is finished with the ES. If you wanted to take short trade only, you can take a short trade only. But when you are in a trade, and if you put pause in here, is irrelevant to your broker. So please be careful with that. We're not a miracle people. We are a mechanical automated trade. And you have to be responsible for your trades. We're not responsible for your trades. So beyond my dream, when we do the webinars, I never thought a guy will go ahead and his wife told him to go to supermarket. No, my microphone is not off. Is my microphone off? No, it's not. So this one here you cannot do. Guys, is the microphone off? Okay. Okay, Alan's saying there is no problem. So Okay, we're not gonna letting you have a right in this course. It's finished. And thank you, Louis. So, guys, okay, it's a burger time, and it's 11:42. The market is finished. I want to say thank you very much. Please, please, no matter what you do in your life, get yourself educated for free. Uh, don't pay anyone to call a trade for you. Please don't do that. Don't waste money. How about if this guy jump out of a balcony? He fall in love with a woman and jump out of a balcony. And the guy was calling the trades for you for 10 years. What are you going to do after that? Please do not rely on anyone to make money for you. Try to develop your own trading. Work hard. See the best system you like. Purchase it. What somebody else? It's irrelevant. Learn before you put any money in the market. This hard money you'll come out with to put it in the trade. This is a very hard money. God knows how did you earn it. Learn, get educated, then a trade. Invest money in an education. Try to develop. Try to be educated. Try to get the right gears. Whatever turns you on, go buy it. Get you the proper gears. And then dive into live trade. For the last 15 years, we never seen guys with no money, no experience, no education got success. No money, no experience is equal to banana. It's not equal to success. Don't fool yourself, guys. And don't listen to those bunch of nonsense you hear. You know, I've been doing this for 29 years. I never remember a day I was close the trades in 2 hours and go to the beach. You know, maybe this guy after 2 hours, he drinks vodka. He's not going anywhere near the beach, you know. So please don't do that. You know, don't daydream. This about money. And nobody is going to give you money for free. If you don't earn it, you're not going to get it in this business. It might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 2 months. It might take you 2 years. Depends on from one trader to another. But without an education, you have no hope in this business. Fooling yourself with an auto trade without education, you are just a nightmare, a matter of time before you hit the thick wall and you lose all your money. This is a high risk trade with a high risk rewards, and what we have experienced, not just from our company, from any other colleagues we've been talking to. Stay away from the Renko bar. I never seen any profitable trader on a Renko bar. Actually, before, we have some older guys use range bars. Range bars are okay. But right now, the range bars is no longer exist on 4 and 5. Now the range bars, they are on 13, 11, 12. Things has changed from the 90s and 2000. Now we are in 2021. Things change. The range become harder to trade, not unless if you want to auto trade it. But the range become harder to trade manually. You don't see too many profitable trading manually on a range. Things has changed. We cannot live in the past. When you are a trader, you have to look in the future. As a trader, what happened here is all become a history. Nobody remember that. In the future trading, what it depends on is this first bar prediction where this bar is going. The second bar and all the way back is a history. Nobody care. Nobody care, nobody remember anymore. So in the future trading, your first bar is your livelihood. The rest is nothing, is history. So please, guys, for your own safety, like me or dislike me is not going to make a difference. You can discredit me from now till the end of my days, or you can love me or you can hate me. That is not going to change the fact you are going to lose your money if you are not educated. And I'll make a bet with you. You will never survive in this market without proper education. A guy selling you an auto trade, and he doesn't, and probably he cannot even trade a paperback. How he want to teach you how to trade or how to auto trade when he cannot even trade a paperback? When a guy hide and cannot put his neck live and say where this market going, but in the same time he want to sell an auto trade without a proper education, do you really think you're gonna make it? Being in the public on a YouTube and stick your neck out and trying to predict every movement in the market is not piece of cake. That separate the boys from the girls, and that is the end of the story. We should